JJ, you're asleep at the wheel, but don't worry. You lift your head up. You got Coke running down your nose from the night before, and you have a double non-fat latte.
I love this story.
And I tell you, JJ, we got one!
We got one!
You're all gonna be mad at me.
God damn it, Chad.
All right, guys.
Chad, you want a Sprite? Haven't touched it.
Oh, and
No, I'm good. I just drank 2 root beers before I came here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
2
you knew.
root beers.
I went
Liza
to TGI
let you do
Fridays.
that?
I went to TGI Fridays. I splurged a little. Had 2 root beers. She asked me if I wanted a third, and I was like, no, absolutely not. Do I want a 3rd root beer?
All right, what do you have to eat?
You gotta treat yourself.
I had the sizzling chicken and cheese. Yeah.
Ooh.
With mashed potatoes. Is really good.
Sizzle. I like that. That's nice. Happy New Year's, guys.
Happy New Year.
The brand new year, brand new videos, brand new everything. It's awesome. Good to see you guys. It's me, Dave, Chad, JJ, and AJ as he finishes off his New Year's scratch-offs. That's his New Year's resolutions.
He's going to make us $1 million right now.
He's getting a scratch off every single day till he wins.
Exactly.
just won fucking
Sometimes more than
30
one.
bucks on 2 of
Sometimes
them.
20 of
You
them.
didn't win shit. Let me see it then.
Yeah,
That $60
Show me
is
the winners.
100% going back into scratch-offs.
exactly. It's investment. It's
just kidding.
investment.
I won like $4 bucks.
Exactly.
No, I won a 5 and then a 4.
He invests in himself.
I hate
So-
when the play instructions are on the back. That's how you know.
I
it's a
know,
tough
right? Having to read 3 sentences.
No, it's a tough
Match
one. Dude,
your numbers
They've
to
got
winning
symbols in
numbers.
here.
Sign
They didn't
your
teach me
name.
symbols in school.
Chad's like, when I was scratching off lotto tickets for my 3rd grade teacher. All right, kids, arts and crafts. Everyone get a scratcher.
It was always the tic-tac-toe one with the 7s.
When my mom wanted scratch-offs for her birthday
scratched.
and Mother's Day. But I'm officially tying one off today because I had one of the most fun experiences at work ever today.
You got fired?
No, I wish, but here's what happened. I go into work on time every day.
You didn't win.
Most of my employees and most of my coworkers go in on time every day, except for this one guy. He's been a problem guy for literally 20 years.
Is it secretly you?
No.
Okay.
Since I haven't been working there for 20 years, no. But this guy has had an issue with alcohol in particular for a long time.
Made up disease.
He's gotten multiple DUIs. He got kicked off the military base for trying to make a delivery to the military base, but when he
Fake
was going
news.
through security, he got thrown in the brig because he was drunk. Now today, he comes in almost an hour late, piss drunk. Piss fucking drunk, cannot barely walk, can barely stand, can barely talk. And he goes in and tries to operate heavy machinery in our warehouse. And no one is saying dick. Our boss leaves early. Our
Because,
general
well,
manager...
nothing could go wrong.
Yeah, exactly. Our general manager leaves early. We're having these customers come and get orders and everything, and I can't fucking find him because he's the guy who does all that. So I finally look throughout the entire warehouse, and we've got a pallet of products that are right next to a wall, but there's a little space right next to that wall between them. And as I lick my head over there, I see 2 boots on the ground. He's passed out, fucking drunk, on the job, completely gone. I grab my manager, and he's like, "What the fuck is this? What is wrong with this? How is this a thing that is happening?" He's just like, "Well, we gotta wake him up." I'm like, "Yeah, you gotta wake him up. We gotta get this moving."
I would have been like, I'm not waking him up.
Yeah, I was like, well, I didn't know if he was dead or not because he was fucking still. And so I go, we wake him up, and he proceeds to get back onto the machinery. And I'm like, what is wrong with you? You can't do this.
He's a working man.
No, this is bullshit. And if it's like
Little
they're all,
siesta never hurt anyone.
and
Does
they're all,
what you gotta, does what he needs to do. You know?
no, and they're all like, oh, he just doesn't feel well. I'm like, bullshit. We're all joking about it. All the guys in the back are joking that he's fucking pissed drunk, and we know he's pissed drunk. So I'm having to do his job for him. And as I'm in the middle of doing it, I get a call to the office on my little pager thing, and they're like, "Could you take him home?" I'm like, "What?" It's like, "Could you drive him home?" I'm like, "Are you fucking serious? He drove here?" And they're like, "Yeah, kind of." I'm like, "Are you fucking serious?" So I get him, I put him in a work vehicle, drive him all the way out into the middle of the fucking hood, middle of it in the fucking ghetto, drop him off, where he proceeds
He
to...
didn't even live there. Dave
Dave just dropped him
Good
off
luck.
and came back to work and said, yeah.
Fuck no.
Dave's like,
him
you
home
said you
okay?"
live on Sproul?
No. Now here's the funny thing. It was about 8 miles from where I work. And he fucking leans against his door, can't even get into his fucking house. But I just drive off. So I fuck it, whatever. 3 hours later, before I get off work, I see someone walking up the fucking road to come towards us. It's that fucking employee. He walked 8 miles to get back, shit-faced, up Dorchester Road.
Thought he had to go back to work.
Yeah, he thought he had work.
Because he left his fucking keys. He left his keys and his glasses and his fucking stuff at work. And so here he comes, walked 8 miles, pissed drunk, up Dorchester Road in Rivers Avenue.
Probably doesn't even remember you drove him home.
No, definitely does not. And he just walks completely through, unfazed, as if he's not there, as if we don't notice that he's stone fucking drunk. And like he just grabs his stuff. I'm saying to him, like all of my management was like, hey, are we doing something about this or no? He grabs his keys, gets in his car, and slowly drives out of the parking lot. Slowly peels out and goes off. I'm just like, what the fuck is that? I've never seen that before. And I've had to do my work and his work all fucking day. So
How dare you?
I'm gonna tie one off. I'm gonna enjoy myself.
Did I win anything?
What'd you win?
Yours is right there, you fucking tomato.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah, you tomato.
Yeah, that
Did you
was
Did you guys ever
I know
have?
why I'm losing. This is a 2020 penny.
Aw. Did you just throw a penny?
Actually, I need that penny.
That's
my
bad
lucky
luck.
penny.
Did you guys ever have issues with like fucking belligerent or like irritatingly drunk employees?
Yeah, when I'm fucking irritedly drunk employees.
I was gonna say you're looking at him. Ask anybody he works with.
Actually, I'm the sober one at 2 of my jobs.
Yeah.
Probably 3.
Okay,
Dude, my head.
well, the sober-
Yeah.
The
gets
sober one and least drunk are way two different things.
Yeah.
I'm the most
Totally
least
two
drunk
different
one.
things.
The mostly.
Hey,
Mostly
Dan, I
strong?
feel like you get really fucked up and show up to work and go, none of these idiots know I'm so fucked up right now.
Belligerently loud.
I know you're
None
saying
of these idiots
you're
can
saying
tell how
out loud.
drunk I
It's
am
almost,
right
it's
now.
almost like the bit we did of Chad. AJ sitting there in his mind,
Yes.
walks into work and just goes, do, 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 do. Hey, guys, they don't know anything. Fucking idiots.
Nailed it.
Let me just, nailed it.
Nailed it. Nailed what?
I can't, don't even remember. Nailed it.
Walked from the truck to this saw. Nailed it.
Nailed it.
I feel like someone would repeat what he said and AJ would just stare at him and just walk away.
They'd be like, AJ, you stand by the gate. Okay, boss, nailed it.
He's like, what is that? Get out of my head!
I'll fight you.
Yeah. But no, I was like, fuck, as soon as I realized that, I was like, fucking, I started drinking as soon as I got home. And I was like, this is bullshit. I never drink in the afternoon, especially alone. I fucking hate that.
Dave's like, if he can be drunk, I'll drive drunk.
It's only fair.
This is America.
Never thought this would be the day you break out the emergency car moonshine.
Yeah, exactly. It's there for a reason, though. It's there for a reason.
AJ, any fights at work lately? Have you had to beat anyone up?
On New Year's, we're sitting there and
Which bar?
the gay bar.
Okay.
We're sitting there and New
not a
Year's
joke.
Eve, it was like all the bars had to close at 11, so all the employees were going home at like 11:45. They're all walking past, and most of the bar employees from like surrounding bars, all the bouncers and servers and wait staff.
And they all know each other probably half the time because they've all probably collaborated, worked together. I got you.
Right.
And that's the cool thing about the food and bev industry here because it's so localized and everyone's on top of each other and they've all worked at different places.
And when we have a
No,
night
no,
off,
what you really meant to say was it's so understaffed.
Yeah, exactly. Because they refuse to pay their employees a decent wage.
Well, I mean,
to be
who
able
would?
to do anything?
Who would?
But so we're sitting there and we see all these employees walking by. It's like 11:45. You know, New Year's in 15 minutes. We're like, oh, come on in, watch the ball drop, blah blah blah. So we start dragging people inside, and inside we had we have a bulletproof fire door in between the two rooms of the bar. The back room's like a safe room, and so we close that so people from the front can't see any in back, and we were just all hanging out in there. And then we look, and at one point we had like 75, almost 100 people.
Jesus.
In this little fucking room. We're all like moved all the tables to the side and shit. We're all just, smoking cigarettes. And
Right. And
get
don't
a
worry,
little high
COVID
and-
can get you after 11, so you're good.
Yeah, well, it was well
Can't
after
get
11.
you.
Yeah,
Can't get
it
you.
can't
That's
get
right.
Well, it's not even real.
No.
Right.
Just like the Clintons, they're not real.
They're just the
It's only
boogeyman.
real if you believe in it.
Papa Yaga.
And I don't. I would never believe that communist
So
propaganda.
we had that many people in there, and
Yeah.
then we watch the ball drop. We all do a shot together, and then we all go step outside to like leave and go our separate ways. About 12:05, but we're all crowded by our back door in the parking lot.
Right.
And this group of African American gentlemen. This group of fucking. You ever hear
Simmer
the Chris
down,
Brown joke
simmer
about
down.
the difference between a black guy and a.
Stop.
Anyways, so these weren't black guys,
It's gonna be like a 30-second.
Jesus.
but these
Gentlemen,
typical average people walking down the street.
Simmer.
They
Simmer.
pound on
Chad
the door
was
and they're
also
fucking
looking like he
knocking
doesn't
on the
understand
door.
what you're
Chad's
saying.
really high. Chad, you're at Dave's. You're not at home. Chad's like, have you seen my cat?
No, I was just realizing I don't want to share my pen with you anymore because you're gonna give me COVID.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, so
Work at a
no.
bar. I already, dude. I was licking that.
That's so weird. I don't think I'm ever smoking
Shut
with you
up.
again.
You work
All
in
right,
a
all right,
school,
all right.
you potato.
Finish the story.
What does that mean?
Anyways, so they're
Oh, you're
pounding on the
COVID
fucking
central.
door.
No, I'm
Right.
not.
They're pounding. This dude's pounding on the fucking door,
Right.
and I go around the corner hard as shit. I'm like, "What the fuck are you doing, bitch?" And I was like, "Stop pounding on my fucking door!" And there's like 15, 20 people. Yeah. And they all look, very similar.
Right.
And so they
People have so many races.
they
First they're
like
black,
start-
now they're Asian.
they start kind of walking towards me. What the fuck you say? Like, I was like, great, this is gonna be a problem. Like, I came out way too hard, and luckily I had fucking 50 other people around the corner, and they're all like military grade drunk. And so I come around the corner, I was like, yo, get up here! Fucking all these bound, and like I'm 6'1" in boots.
There you go. Okay. You're
Not
being
that-
you're being
not that
honest.
strong.
I'm
if
being
we're
honest,
being
yeah.
honest.
I like how you also reference that there's white trash drunk and then military
Yeah,
drunk.
military
and then
grade
there's,
drunk.
Then there's marine drunk.
Well, everyone
A few of
dies
them,
in
a
that.
few of them only had one eye
There is
open.
nothing.
Like they're at that level where a few of them only have one eye open. All the bouncers are like trying to look at their phones. Like, oh fuck.
Well,
And so they come around this corner, and I was like the second smallest dude. I didn't even get to throw a fucking punch in this fight. It was over that quick. It looked like, you ever been to a death metal concert and
Yes.
you see a wall of death where one line's just way bigger than the other and one line just
Right.
disappears.
So, Wall of
like
Death,
the
by the way-
horses coming down from look on the
Valhalla.
third day, look to the east,
Yeah.
and Gandalf is guiding the horses down.
So, by the way, for those who don't know what a wall of death is, at a rock concert especially, or a death metal concert, you've got where the band will separate the crowd of people, which is already a mosh pit in general. You get a huge valley of nothingness in between. You got two walls of people, and then all of a sudden, as the bass drops and the drums kick off, everyone just runs at each other and smashes into each other like a
hard as
medieval battle.
yeah, and
it's
it's
amazing.
an amazing mosh pit. It's fun until you get hit with a cinder block. But so
Confession number
it
5.
looked like that. These people, the bouncers, just fucking plowed that. Like, it just disappeared. Fists flying everywhere. Gold chains on the ground. And one dude was literally drinking his beer, just fucking clobbering a dude. Someone comes up and sucker punches him. He looks at him, takes another sip, and hits him. Yeah, he got like sucker punch.
Yeah.
Took a sip of his beer, looked at the dude, and then just fucking
Yep.
popped him. Like right in the jaw where you just hear it up.
Did someone scream Roadhouse while they were doing it? Roadhouse!
Dude, it was over like 2 seconds, like
Yeah.
just gone. And like 4 people are unconscious on the ground of this group, and you hear the cops rolling up, like fucking rolling hard, because they were only like a half a block away.
Of course.
And so they come screeching in. All the bouncers like set their beer down. We're all standing on the curb. And we're all in our staff or security shirts. They're like, "What happened here?" I was like, They were pounding on the door, and our security team came out and stopped them from ruining our building." They're like,
Yep.
"All of them work here?"
Yeah.
I was like, "Yeah, they were all here."
They're all staff. You see
I was
that.
like, they're all staff and we're here. I was
Yeah.
like, I didn't say they were staff up here. And they were like, the cops like, all right, go, just go back inside, go back to work.
Yeah.
Yeah, go back to work.
It's so nice that the cops actually are so concerned now finally with property damage, with
Right.
fighting. Exactly.
But yeah, no, there was like, they scattered and there was like 4 people unconscious on the ground. It was bad. Dude.
AJ
It
turned
was
around and just saw Chuck Norris leaving the scene. Goodbye, AJ.
Yeah, our
you away.
That's your New Year's miracle.
New Year's was so much more chill. We played Oregon Trail, watched our girlfriends get ravishly drunk and irritating.
Oh, I got blackout drunk on New Year's.
Nice.
I had a good time.
I had to get drunk after Christmas. It was.
Of course.
Yeah. Well,
You
no.
had to.
Well, yeah,
Had
because
to.
I had to go visit my dad and my brother with my girlfriend. It's my dad is a very interesting guy. He's born in 1950 in rural West Virginia, and he's got his ways. Good fella.
Well, so
you
does
know.
everyone.
Yeah.
There's easier ways to say you were a beat as a kid.
Yes.
He's got his ways.
I can show you my back. I'll show you I was beaten as a child. But no, it's
He's a strong family man with strong family values.
there's a difference between metal spoon or wooden spoon, belt, and extension cord. There's a bit of a difference.
My dad just used whatever his hand. You ever getting a hit in the head with a record?
Been hit in the head with a fist
Yeah, haven't done that. Yep. But so
from an adult hitting a child.
my brother.
Those are my favorite fights. They're so easy to win.
So
Yeah.
so my brother is
They're
going.
so easy to end.
Yeah.
You get hit, fight over.
Yeah.
Tell them about this tomorrow in kindergarten. Tell all the kids at recess I'm coming.
All right, make mental notes.
Tell the other children what you just saw.
Make mental notes. Send season 2, episode 3 to my parents.
So my brother is going through a pretty rough divorce, and it was kind of like
Hell yeah, brother.
very rough. He's 25, and he's already going through a divorce with 2 kids. And
Wow, that's weird that he's divorcing 2 children.
yeah. Well, so
I can see why that would be rough.
it's a little rough.
Zing.
It's in South Carolina, so it's not as uncommon, but it's still, kind of a little taboo. But so what he's
Talk
so
about
he's a
Talk about
Baptist.
liberal laws.
so as
You didn't
so,
tell us.
so my
He
brother-
works for the church.
So my brother goes in. So my brother is like he just finalized it like 2 months ago, and he's been having to deal with like being on and off with his own kids. The wife kind of screwed him over, or the ex-wife now kind of screwed him over to where he couldn't even spend Christmas Day or Thanksgiving Day with his own kids because she made the weeks line up that way. And so he's going through social media. We were all on our phones, and all of a sudden we see that on Christmas Day, she announced that she is now engaged to
Oh, that's good.
another
for her.
guy
She's moving on. Oh,
with that she
Awkward.
cheated on him with and left him for. So literally 2 months after she has gotten divorced, she is now engaged. And Jake
I
is
guarantee that second relationship will definitely work.
pan out amazingly.
Amazing. And those always they have a great track
Any
record.
relationship
Exactly.
that starts from cheating always ends well.
Exactly. Well, nah, my girlfriend.
Well,
Yeah, and you guys are so good.
We've been great.
Happy.
5 years, and all I had to do was,
Happy.
and it
David
started.
crying.
Did I ever tell you about?
happy.
Did I ever tell you about? Jay, did you ever know about how I got caught and almost got shot? Because my girlfriend and I at the time were
AJ.
no, my girlfriend now. She and I were seeing each other while she was in a bad relationship, and he caught us, and he led me outside with a gun to my head. And now we've been great ever since.
Dave's like, that's how I learned how to suck a dick.
I went to Coastal. I learned freshman year, son of a bitch.
How did you get into?
Yeah.
How did you get into grad school?
how did you learn to suck a dick? Well, I went to summer camp.
And I went to Catholic school.
Fuck you.
Here, does this make you feel better?
No.
Chad's just been sucking his own.
Filtration. He got that rib surgery.
I don't even think that's a real
Manson
thing.
surgery.
No, it's
Marilyn
not.
Manson did it.
No, he didn't really
I
do
know,
that.
but people have to believe that. There's a whole
no,
generation who didn't hear lies
seventh
about
graders
that.
believe that.
Did you believe that in 7th grade?
Yes.
That's not the point.
So Jake has gone through this really rough time, and all of a sudden he scrolls through it and sees it.
What?
And he gets up and he's like, I'm going to drink with my buddies. And I'm like, okay, whatever. And my dad sits down with, it's just myself, my girlfriend, and my dad. And he's like, listen, I'm not really one to mince words, but I really do believe that women are worse than men. And I go to myself, in my head, I'm like,
No, Dad.
you know that time
No.
in my head,
good time to
my
bring it
head
up.
sinks into my hands, and I go, you know that time we were all having a really good time at Christmas dinner? Well, that's over now. And he the way that he worded himself and the things that he said kind of like were a little more accurate than what his first general statement was. And what he was saying was that women are a lot better at getting under people's skin than men are. Very vindictive, especially in their words. And there is actually some truth to that, because like when kids are growing up,
Misogynistic.
boys tend to take
yeah.
out their aggression.
Or as my dad used to say, the way my dad explained it to my mom was, "You make me do this to you." Just kidding.
Oh my god! So like when kids are
This is
growing
gonna
up,
hurt me more than it's gonna hurt you.
You think I enjoy this?
It
while
has
he's,
to be
while
done.
he's laughing.
Come out and watch.
Jesus Christ.
That took a turn.
So like as kids are growing up, boys and girls learn
That
to
was
take
episode
out
3. Let's go.
Yeah. Boys and girls learn to take out their aggression differently. Like boys are much more physical and they'll tussle and they'll fight and get much more physical. Girls typically don't do that as much. What they typically do is they learn to take out their aggression on their enemies through like words. Through like rumor spreading, defamation,
I'm not qualified to talk
shaming,
about this.
all that.
We're calling-
I'm a
nobody
psychologist.
is.
We're
No.
calling this subject manipulative bitches.
That's it's there's actual science. There's actually data to it, and this is coming from a guy with a psychology degree and a psychology graduate school work. So
9/10 of a psychology degree.
no, I have a
kidding.
BS and a developmental degree and graduate work. So like there are differences, and that's both biological and socially based. Where like it's not as socially acceptable for girls to take in part of violence as much as men. Whether that's right or wrong, that's just the case. So like women learn at a young age to take out their aggression usually through talking shit and like through victimizing and defamation. And so women
about to say.
and so women are insanely good at learning how to take people down a peg, especially through their words. And so it just how happens to be on Christmas Day that she decided to take my brother down a peg and just embarrass him. Pour your own shots. You're in my house.
Yeah, what are you?
I know,
what are
really.
you,
You're my
an idiot?
Service
You're my
here is
guest. You're
horrible,
my
dude.
guest. You
You're the
fucking
one who
pour
works
your
at a
own-
bar.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't go inside that often.
Well, that's just not true.
I feel like that's
So-
also not true.
Just half.
So like, I love how my dad's one of those guys who's
Fill it
just
up.
like when someone
Chad.
says something that's way
Stop.
insanely aggressive or insanely like over the top, but at the
Insanely?
same yeah.
Insanely.
I feel like it wasn't that insane.
I mean, he said something that was a little
I
down.
feel like I've heard statements vaguely like that 1,000 times in my life.
Yeah, but it's like he overgeneralizes.
Strange.
And
They
then there's
were
some
by
truth
my
to
dad.
it. But my dad was
Chad's dad
And
was
your
way
dad
too
and your
yeah. Like my dad was one of those really weird guys where he would like watch someone about to make a horrible mistake and wouldn't stop it until it was just almost too late.
Well,
Like-
that's funny.
Well,
like
why
when
would
I
you
was
stop
hero
somebody?
complex.
Well, no, it was like when I was about, like, say if I was about to like climb up a tree that was too high, he would stop me right before it got too high and they had to call the fire department. Or like when I was 11 or 12, I remember my dad.
That story's way too specific, by the
Yeah.
way.
No, David, hold on. I want to stop you there because if you're
Yeah.
old enough to climb a tree
Yeah.
to that height, you should be old enough to know your own limits.
No.
What do you mean,
It
no?
sounds like, it sounds like
David,
your
I
dad
was
sounds
also
like you
that
didn't.
same
Yeah.
age.
I was
Me and
6.
Chad used to climb trees all the fucking time.
Literally
Right.
every day of our life.
Constant.
Yeah.
We've
Every day.
never once considered
No, we
calling
used
the
to
fire
bike
department.
miles together
That
and
was-
fucking never found our own limits. That's what your dad was doing, was finding your limit
Right.
for you.
But then
Because
there's something
you were,
but
you
then-
were a dangerous child, probably.
I was. But then there's something like my dad literally at the last second saved my buddy's dad from signing up for a subprime mortgage. Like literally at the last second. Like right before the housing
Subprime
crisis.
mortgage.
Yes, dude. Speaking of like Anderson, ways we got fucked 101. Look up subprime mortgages. That was a
Speaking of
fucking great-
mortgages, JJ, how was Kwanzaa? No, I'm just kidding. How was Hanukkah?
No, JJ and I, if we were mortgage brokers back in like the early 2000s, we could have fucking run house
What?
Yeah.
in that shit.
In the early 2000s, they
Anyone
did,
could have.
and that's what happened in
Yes.
2007
So- no,
and 8.
Just
Of the
imagine
recession.
JJ. No, this would be JJ and
We
I.
could have scammed millions of dollars.
This
out
is
of
what
these
This
idiots.
is what JJ and I's operation would be like. Chad, just imagine you're looking for a house.
I'm
okay?
not.
Hey,
No.
Chad.
You're
You
looking.
guys?
Welcome.
You're like no.
Welcome.
How are you doing today?
No,
Honey
you're,
and Vic?
You look very
Oh,
handsome.
now you know how to
no,
sell houses.
Here's how this goes. Jeez, fuck you.
What a handsome man you are.
No, you're not there just yet. Here's the plan.
You look like you have a lot of money to spend, don't you?
Well, no.
Is
Here's
this
what
a real
happened.
estate office?
No. Here's what it is. Back in the
Is
early
this the Mickey D?
2000s.
Chad's like, I'll take a McDouble.
Can I get a McDouble
No.
fries, please?
Here's what this is. Chad finds a number for a mortgage group back in 2003 off of a bathroom wall. And he's like, you know what? I'm a chef, which in the game of life means I make like $90,000 a year.
100 grand.
100 grand a year. So I'm in the mood. What could I possibly lose? So you call that number and it's me. And I just say, hey, meet me at my office, which just so happens to be the Waffle House down on Savannah
Never
Highway.
go to a second location. That's how.
My office, by the way, is the Waffle House on Savannah Highway. And when you hang up, you kind of hear the sound of a payphone hanging up. So you meet me there. You and Eliza meet me there. And I'm like, okay, Chad, you seem like a well-off guy. You got what, like $100,000 to spend? How much are you willing to spend on this house right now? At that 100 grand, how much are you looking to spend?
That's a huge down payment.
No, that's how much you have to work with.
Massive down
That's how much you have to work with. How much you want to spend? How much you want to spend, Chad?
Oh man, $125.
$125?
No, Dave, 125,000.
No,
Obviously,
no, no. You
we're
have
talking about houses.
you have $100,000 in your pocket right now. How much of that are you willing to spend on that mortgage right now?
Oh, on the mortgage?
Yes, on the down payment.
Probably 20 to 25.
Why?
Okay.
No, you
Why?
want
No,
to
no, no.
put 90.
Why? What if I told you? What if I told you? No. What if I told you? None. You want none.
I would tell you no, thank you.
I'll tell you, Chad. Here's what it is. Because
Here's
this is
what
the
it
early
is, Chad.
2000s.
Listen.
This is
Not
the early
about that.
2000s. These are the early 2000s. All right. Your mortgage, by the way, is the only way that the federal government isn't able to get into your pockets. They take your tax money every day. The sticks and stones of your house, Chad, they appreciate. The land appreciates. It's only going to go up. It's 2003. The housing market is only going to go up.
You really picked
All
the
right.
wrong guy for this scenario.
So here's what you're gonna do. You don't want to put that money in your account that you put in your house doesn't do dick for you. Just put it in Roth IRAs, do all that shit that you want to do.
Absolutely not.
Absolutely, that's what you do.
Go Roth, go fucking bonds.
Yeah, exactly. Or bonds, whatever it is. So the government can't get their hands
Go buy
on
Tesla
your
now.
fucking money.
I'm going to buy pigs.
Go invest in SpaceX.
Bought a bunch
This
of
is
things. Hear me out.
2003.
Now,
So the
I
goal-
know I was
so the
supposed
goal
to
for you-
spend the money on a house.
So what
but-
happens is you want to make sure that the government can't. It's your only deduction, your only major deduction that the government can't completely fuck you. So what your goal is, you want to take
What about
the
property
biggest
tax?
mortgage you could possibly ever have. You want the biggest mortgage possible.
No.
Listen, debt will set you free. That's what it is. You have a car payment? You got car payments, Chad?
absolutely not.
Yes, you do. We'll lump that in there. You got credit card payments? We'll
I'm
lump that
not-
in there too.
never had one in my
Rank
life.
that baby up. And guess what? You don't even have to pay for the first 2 months.
Yeah, Chad.
You don't have to pay for the first 2 months.
Yeah, Chad.
So for the love of Christ,
I mean, I'm not gonna pay you
sign
ever.
this paper. So
Chad.
So here's what happens. Chad,
Chad
signs
the
this
paper.
and he gets this
Oh,
mortgage.
no.
Then I go across the street into a van. All right,
What?
which is our bank. JJ, you're asleep at the wheel, but don't worry. You lift your head up. You got Coke running down your nose from the night before, and you have a double non-fat latte.
I love this
And I
story.
tell you, JJ, we got one.
We got one.
JJ then calls another.
I go, David.
larger.
David, you got it.
He wipes the nose. He wipes his nose
David,
clean.
David.
Makes the paperwork look good because if Chad can't really have his credit look that good, JJ has a cousin who's got a car dealership, right?
I do.
And that way,
Moshe.
Yes, and so his cousin will make it look like Chad's been working there for the last 10 years and makes 90 grand a year.
Yeah.
Then we send that paperwork to a slightly larger but equally shitty bank, and then they send that paperwork to JP Morgan and Citigroup, and then
Yeah,
they
and that
finance
bank,
it.
That
And-
bank, I mean, they're classy. They're established in the parking lot of Walmart. We're just at Waffle House.
They're not in the same parking lot though. They're in the
Right.
Walmart.
They're in the Walmart.
You want that big mortgage? Let's go big. Let's do it once and let's do it right.
Let's do it, Chad.
Yes. And then when 8 months, when he's calling us, crying that he can't make the mortgage payments, we'll do like, let's do it twice and let's do it better. And that is how people died in the housing crisis.
That's how people. Wait, you just kind of brushed to the
Yeah,
to the
what?
dying part.
Yeah. And by the
Yeah,
way,
who died?
And by the way, when it all goes under, we just play hot potato with the debt. And that way Wall Street can play with mortgages like they do stocks.
No,
Yeah.
you write off the debt and then you just keep writing it off each
AJ,
year.
you're
and buy
fine.
it.
Just don't
And the-
fucking tongue it.
And the
I
government
don't
pays
tongue it,
for it.
You
potato.
told me you did.
That was a joke.
I don't believe you.
Yeah, don't tongue it, dude.
I don't believe you.
Wouldn't that be amazing, JJ? We would make bank.
And we
Sure,
would
our-
get to kill everyone.
Sure,
So,
our bank's in a van.
Apparently, you're killing people.
Our bank's in a van, but
Is it
not
with the
guy,
van?
we're doing good.
Your bank's in a van.
My bank's in a van.
No,
the dead bodies are in the van.
Yeah.
I am the wrong person for this. No, I would never take any offer they gave me. I would
Why?
tell them my offer.
What's
Yeah.
your offer?
Not that.
Because we'll accept your offer. It doesn't matter what it is.
Chad, you would want to take, if you could, you should take out a loan every day.
Every day, Chad.
Every
Absolutely
day.
not.
Debt will set you free.
Stop
Chad,
saying these
that's-
words. I mean, this is America, I guess.
You can do
White-
anything
white
you
and-
want as
yeah,
long as
and you're white,
As
so
long
you'll
as
be
you're white.
forgiven.
That's
Yes.
not real. I'll just go bankrupt.
Exactly. And then all your debt will be forgiven in 7 years. And then we do it again.
Chad's like every
Do it
7
all
years.
over
Every
again.
7
We'll
years,
do
I
it
just
twice.
declare
We'll do it better.
bankruptcy.
Yeah.
Do it better.
Yeah. So everyone's Christmas was good, right? We all got
Christmas.
I guess so.
Exactly. Well, no,
I
some
didn't have
people-
to see
Do you
you
just
people.
mean?
so
Do
yeah.
you just mean December 25th? Because yeah, it was a
Yeah,
day.
exactly. Well,
Yeah.
JJ's like, no, something special for me.
Nothing special.
He's like, we got rid of the guy that was important that day.
Well, nothing makes more sense than the Roman Church killing Christ and then being like, "Wait a second, we should do what he was doing." Yeah, Jews are definitely the asshole in that situation.
Yeah. But no, there are some people who have a shitty holiday.
Shut the fuck up, AJ.
Just that situation.
Shut up.
All right, if you go to a party and you get kicked out,
Right.
it's like, all right,
happened.
Why
maybe
did you
it's
get
me, maybe
kicked
it's,
out?
You just don't know. You know, there's no record of it. Let's say,
Right.
You just don't remember.
So you just don't
who's
remember.
making a
you
record?
get kicked out of the party. All right.
Right.
Let's say you go to another party.
Uh-huh.
You get kicked out again.
Right.
You're like, all right, maybe it's both parties that didn't fit in or something. You know, maybe it was just different. Let's say you get kicked out of another fucking party.
Right.
Again, just a little while later, and then you go to another party and they start trying to fucking kill you there, dude.
I don't like where this is going.
Do you think it's you or the party? Anyways,
It's
how was
you.
Hanukkah?
Jesus fucking Christ.
I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. The Jews have done nothing wrong.
So speaking of
I
really
don't,
love my
shitty-
credit
I don't
score.
get that example.
Yeah.
I also don't really. I thought he was talking about himself.
No, everywhere they've went, they've gotten in a war. So do you think it's
No. Oh yeah. No. He's
everyone
just
else?
saying that everywhere the Jews have gone, people don't like them.
Oh yeah, I mean, what is that like? The headliner?
Yeah, exactly.
I never heard that before. Thanks for telling me, AJ.
I mean, I do think a lot of it is that they just keep to themselves, and it makes an easy target.
Yeah.
Suspicious.
They like being able to stick to their culture. They don't homogenize.
I mean,
as
I
well
don't think
as
there's
other
anything
cultures.
wrong with that.
So it's a very
Chad's like, if we
and
could
people don't like
separate
that.
everyone by cultures, we should do it.
That's why countries exist.
Yeah, so go back to yours.
Yeah.
Not if you're
So-
on the left. There's no borders.
Oh, exactly. Nothing matters at that point. There's no individuality. there.
Borders are imaginary.
So-
no, there's a wall.
So there.
Then we put a wall up to show you.
Yeah.
There it is. Not fucking
That was
imaginary.
so great. Chaz's chop was so great because they were all about no borders, no police, and then immediately they built borders, and the people that were security guards beat people mercilessly and shot people
Yep.
unapologetically.
Oh, I wish I could
Yeah.
shoot someone.
Pew 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 pew. Pew, pew.
Maybe
So,
with like a real gun.
so some people did not have as great of a Christmas as we did.
Oh, I left mine in the gas station.
There is a
Your Christmas?
there's a gentleman in Kazakhstan, real country actually. It's not just Borat. It's actually a real country. Yeah.
AJ didn't know
He's
that.
a bodybuilder. He's a bodybuilder. Very well off. Very mentally capable. He was really scared this Christmas
trying
because
to
he was afraid that his
play
wife
footsies, Chad?
was not going to be able to be able to spend Christmas with him. The reason is because he had to get his wife repaired. So his wife.
She had a malfunction.
No, his wife.
You
as
can still do that in
his
Baltic
wife,
countries?
As you can see, is a sex doll. Bodybuilder faces heartbreak at Christmas as sex doll wife tragically breaks.
Malfunction.
I understand why you used the word mentally well in the beginning to describe this guy. That clearly
Yeah.
isn't fitting.
You don't have a robot girlfriend?
Do you?
I don't like to talk about it.
All right, well,
We don't like to label it.
your robot girlfriend became self-aware and left you.
We're going through a rough patch.
Yeah. So
She found a better GPU.
so
You got an automatic update I couldn't block.
she got filled with malware.
Yeah.
So apparently in
Yeah, she was hanging out on someone else's computer and got filled with malware.
So apparently Kazakhstan is not really cool with the LGBT community, but apparently there is an LGBT community in Kazakhstan that try to hold like pride parades and rights parades.
Would
Those
that
can't
be
end
in
well.
that community?
Huh?
Would that be in that community?
Yes, because he's like transgender. He was in a parade with his wife, and apparently the people in Kazakhstan were not happy that he was walking around with a sex doll wife. So apparently they threw something at her and broke his sex doll wife.
Oh,
That was mean.
He was apparently very upset the fact that he.
I would be upset.
He had to send
That was probably
his wife.
expensive.
He had to
Yeah.
send his wife to another city to get repaired.
I feel like
Jesus.
that's one of the things. Like if you bump into someone and spill something on their shirt,
You just know the people that repaired it fucked that doll.
I mean,
I was just gonna say that I would be so worried if I sent my
Yeah,
sex
I mean-
doll in to be repaired that it's gonna get fucked by so many other guys
Absolutely.
before
I mean,
get
look
it
at
back.
that's love. That's his wedding, by the way, that he held.
Weird.
man.
Yeah, that's love.
I love
That's
you.
Love.
I love you, Urkel.
You think those are even real people at his wedding?
There are
other sex
people.
robots.
I want to see her family.
Ultimate. Her grandpa shows up to the wedding. It's just a microchip.
It's a printer. It's actually an express
It's a
printer.
No,
fucking
exactly.
fax
And
machine.
The computer that programmed her software is there.
He's shedding a tear, wiping it down. It's like,
The mechanical arm that built her.
One old fat lady in the corner. I was just working in HR. I got an invite.
there's an
The
Oldsmobile.
the woman that pressed the button that operated the arms.
There's an assembly line there. It's like, she carried her when she was born.
She carried her for 9.5 minutes across 12,000 square feet of warehouse space.
Wow, that was pretty good.
That was good. Oh my god.
I can
Cut
all
that
I'm
whole
thinking
fucking
about.
thing.
That was great.
All I'm thinking about is Futurama right now.
Right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
There was
Like,
the
wasn't
robot
Bender's
love.
grandpa
Robot weddings.
like?
A fax machine. He was
Yeah.
a fax
Yeah,
machine,
and then like it was Amy and Bender that were fucking, or they were dating, or
I
was it
wanted to
something
be
else?
a fax
It
machine,
happened.
but then have like a young, hot new date because he divorced the grandma, and it's like a Razor cell phone. older, but still younger than him.
Right, Motorola.
Yeah, exactly.
She gets 3 gigs, bitches.
Yeah,
She was a model back in the day.
yeah, exactly.
16 megapixels. Oh yeah.
She was the first phone someone looked up porn on.
Exactly.
She was famous.
Dude, the
Oh, wait a second. The grandparents are a microchip and like a classic porn DVD on like VHS.
yeah.
Like that has a little bit of tape ribbon sticking out the side.
exactly.
Well,
It's just really run down. Broken fins on it.
speaking of porn collection, there was actually a big case in Michigan that just happened where there was this guy in his like 40s who had just gotten divorced from his wife, and so he was moving back in with his parents to like for a few months to find another place. Well, he had this massive porn collection. And the fact that people still have porn collections other than a browser history is actually kind of ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like this guy had magazines, DVDs, VHSs, all this crazy, even sex toys. And his parents were like, we don't like this in our house. And he's just like,
And it was worth like $25,000.
exactly. And
Yeah.
so they threw it out before he moved out, and he fucking sued his parents for destroying his porn collection.
They said they sent him a letter. There's actually a verbatim letter that they sent him. That the parents sent the guy who was suing the parents for the porn collection.
Yeah.
They were like, it was ungodly, and most of it was given away or destroyed.
Yeah. Well, the fact is that like as landlords, technically they can't destroy someone's property.
Yeah.
So like he won $25,000 off of his parents for destroying his mountain of
his
porn.
mountain of porn.
Right.
But they have a picture of it and a picture of what he claimed was a porn. And it's not just like one box of really good porn. It was
Right.
like 30 fucking boxes.
It's insane.
It was a mountain of porn.
Yeah. Well, there was a kid.
I would be uncomfortable.
Yeah,
though.
that's a lot of porn.
Well, there was a
I would be hella uncomfortable if I was his parents.
I feel-
I'd be like,
I
get
feel-
away
I
out.
would have kicked him out.
I feel like I'm a
Speaking
monster
of the
when
kid
I
you
have
didn't
more than
want.
6 tabs open.
There you go. That's not working. Click. That's not working. Click.
Why'd I open this up in a new tab? Like I was coming back to it later.
This isn't even incognito mode. What the fuck?
Yeah.
But
I bookmarked this one.
but there was a kid in the UK. He was like 16 who had
My
to
homework folder.
Now Chad has to rename it. Eliza's going to listen and be like, what is this?
What kind of homework does he do?
He's taking online classes too? What? But no, there was a kid in the UK who just sued his parents and won for $250,000 because they threw out his video game collection. He had like this vintage video
Wow.
game, like old consoles, tons, like walls of video games, and they threw it all out, and it was worth $250,000.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's great. That is insane. The fact that people can like
Kid's a
that
loser. He
old-
should just go digital.
Yeah. Well, a kid's that age.
All
like,
those
get a
fucking
Steam
cartridge
library.
games.
But he also, I think, probably understood the value, so he probably got it really cheap, understanding like, hey, this like yellow cartridge is actually a yellow Pokemon Yellow
Yeah,
original.
yeah,
it's like
really,
probably
they're
worth
not.
a lot of money and
Yo,
shit.
speaking about Pokemon, so I saw this thing today that there
Pokemon?
was a study with
Oh, you're my
they set
best
up a
friend.
Game Boy to have sensory control, so a fish can control it moving around a tank.
Yeah.
And in 3,100 hours, a Pokemon completed, a fish completed Pokemon, the original red one.
That's crazy.
That's fucking
What? No,
insane.
I'm
That's a lot.
Yeah,
That's
Google.
a lot of stuff.
Hey,
But
Fact
I
check.
mean, here's the thing: the
Fish
fish.
plays Pokemon.
Here's
Type
the
it
thing.
into Google.
It's not saying the fish did it intentionally. It's just
No, there's
saying
no
the
learned
game's so
behavior.
easy that random movements from a fish could complete it in 3,100 hours.
I mean, I'm much more interested to watch
How
the
long is that?
hamsters get addicted to
I'm not
cocaine.
sure. I didn't think about doing that, but I mean, I've put 3,000 hours in a game before, but like,
Probably not.
I mean, I would rather watch.
I mean, you want to look at my Steam library because it'll tell you that
Don't
I've actually
worry.
done more than that in game.
Which game would you think you have the most hours in? on your Steam library without looking?
Civ 5.
Civ 5, really?
Yeah, because back then I had way more time to play.
Me and him
One
used to
second.
play all the time.
3,000 hours is 125 days.
Straight. Yeah, I can believe that. That I can believe. That or Minecraft. If
No, there's an entire
if we had a
video of it,
Minecraft
too.
tracker, if there was a tracker on Minecraft, it would be easily higher.
Yeah, my Minecraft.
Oh,
is
yeah,
pretty
but
high.
there's not a tracker on that.
There might. I've seen things where it's possible that it's a tracker.
Well, you know,
but I
on
don't
like
believe
World
it.
of Warcraft, you can type in like
Yeah.
Yeah, you can
Slash
do that on
time played.
RuneScape too.
There was a guy who. Did you hear about the peaceful monk
thought you were gonna say
in World of
peaceful
Warcraft,
protest.
where he reached level 60 or max level by just picking flowers?
yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah.
You get 1 XP per flower
Must have
pick.
been ridiculous.
And he decided he was going to be the peaceful monk, and it was like this ongoing thing in the WoW community. He only got XP by picking flowers.
Yeah.
And he got all the way, I think, to level 60. It's not max level now, but it's insanely hard to get to level 60, and especially in Classic.
No, it is now because it's not. In the new expansion, they revamped the
Okay.
leveling system.
So he got to like all that way just picking flowers.
Yeah.
And
And
it
a
was
brand
huge
new
deal.
expansion did nothing except pick flowers.
Yeah. I mean, apparently the new WoW expansion's pretty good.
I'm probably about 2 weeks away from getting it.
No.
I have some buddies that have been playing WoW for years,
Yes.
and they got it and they love it. So it's definitely, it
Yes.
should be worth your buy.
Yes. Yes. Probably next week, honestly.
No.
Did you get ever tempted to go in and get WoW Classic?
No
No?
interest.
Okay.
No interest
Because
in
I
the classic.
played it and it's just like, all right, so before, like, you had to build up your affinity for like weapons, like you
Right.
had to buy bullets, you had to buy arrows. Like, I don't need to go through that fucking horseshit
Right.
again.
And there's definitely some people who enjoyed that aspect, but it's a much more streamlined version now,
Yeah.
where people can jump into it and really get into like raiding, leveling up, getting into being like some.
And the
sort of
lore is so
character.
good.
That I will give.
Lore.
That's another series.
Right,
like,
Chad?
We talked
I'm
about.
gonna find it hard to get into another MMORPG.
Yeah, like Evan brought up like on
Oh,
last
I do
episode.
also want to play like Final Fantasy 14. That I've
It's
been
good.
itching.
It's good.
You have it?
Yeah.
Do you play it?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll start.
So
I think mine was a mage,
the MMO?
a summoner. Yeah.
I was talking about 15. My bad.
15's
Sorry.
great, too.
15 is great. But
I've been
the,
playing 10 on my Switch right now.
But like World of Warcraft's another example where you have
I got halfway through it
yeah.
and said I'll never play Final Fantasy again, and I haven't since.
But WoW is a perfect example of like a movie where they tried to make a movie of it, and you put way too little lore in a movie. Like you can't put all of WoW's lore into a 2-hour movie, or at least the early stuff, like the Warcraft.
Well, that's why that movie was like such like a
It was a snapshot.
yeah, which was great.
fine.
Honestly,
I mean, for
the
the
movie was
mainstream
really
You
good.
can, you
I
can
liked
just
it.
take it for what it is.
I liked it, but like there's a lot of like those hardcore WoW fans that are like, I'm like, shut up. Like,
There's
you're
always
fucking
going to be
doing it.
people that
If
complain.
this movie wasn't made for you to get back into WoW. This was a movie made for you to appreciate and all of the other people to enjoy a fantasy
Yeah.
movie that just happens to be Warcraft. Which is, once again, it is a great
They did
lore
a good
story.
job.
It's a good
It
story.
was alright.
The
When
story
did
of
that
WoW
come
is
out?
good.
That came out a while ago.
2015.
Probably 15, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm surprised they never came out with the next one.
Yeah.
They're thinking about it.
I'm upset.
It
that
definitely
they
made
didn't.
its money. It definitely made its money.
Yeah, I mean, of
But-
course. I feel like any movie that hits the theater makes its money.
Yeah.
Like, when was the last time you heard a movie was just like, it didn't make enough money to be profitable?
There's
the
a
time.
couple. Yeah, there's
Name one.
definitely.
Because I really
Birds
don't.
of- I thought the Birds of Prey movie fucking shat the bed.
I think so too. There's definitely, yeah. I think there's definitely movies now that are still out.
make over their budget.
I mean,
Then
the
it's a
Birds of Prey
loss.
got a bad rating, but I don't think it.
Look, we can
I
look
don't
that
think
up.
it didn't make money because I mean,
Probably
people still
true.
went and
It's
saw it.
DC, yeah, and Harley
That's
Quinn.
what I mean. Like, people still go and see it no matter what.
Yeah, and she is so sexy.
So movies that didn't make their budget. Let's see. John Carter. Oh yeah, John Carter didn't break even. The Lone Ranger with
John Carter, the one where he goes to the moon or Mars or whatever.
Mars.
It's the thing that
John
inspired
Carter of
Avatar.
Mars.
The Lone Ranger with Johnny Depp. Battleship.
Of course,
The
Battleship.
Green Lantern.
Green Lantern?
Battleship,
the Mummy?
I liked it.
Yeah, The Mummy in 2017.
Yeah.
Oh, 2017.
yes.
I didn't even know there was a
With Tom
2017.
Cruise.
Yeah.
When they
Cruise.
tried
I
to
didn't even hear about it.
47 Ronin didn't make its money back. Holy shit.
Tomorrowland?
Yeah,
well,
that
I
one was a
suppose.
shit movie.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, it does happen.
Yeah.
But I mean, that
And these are big blockbuster films too.
Yeah.
just
that's
those
box
7
office didn't
examples
make
had to
their
go all the way to
budget.
2013, though. So I mean,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
not like it happens.
Evan Almighty,
consistently.
that was a shit movie.
Yeah,
Oh,
because
yeah.
it wasn't. It was just like a fucking runoff of Bruce Almighty.
Which
Oh,
was
yeah, of course.
which was a fun movie. I liked that movie.
Oh, I like them both.
Yeah.
I fucking love them both. I like Evan Almighty because it was like I think better thought out. But I mean,
King Arthur, Legend of the Sword. I actually liked that movie. I saw that in
Yeah, it was
theaters.
okay.
I didn't see it, but I wanted to.
Yeah. Alice Through the Looking Glass. I can't stand.
Wow,
those
I'm
movies.
surprised that didn't make money.
Cowboys and Aliens. Yeah, I can definitely see that not making
That's
money.
good.
Garbage.
I liked it
Side Sahara was a good movie. I liked that with Matthew McConaughey.
for a one-time watch.
Yeah. Alexander, that was kind of shit. The new Blade Runner didn't make its money back.
Fuck them.
Hugo.
Hugo.
Marcene's mom. Pan. Yeah, Pan was shit. The Wolfman.
Pan's Labyrinth was shit.
No.
Oh,
Pan.
Pan.
The one with
Yeah, pizza.
the new Peter Pan with Hugh Jackman as Captain Hook.
Pizza.
There was a new Wolfman in 2010 that I thought was amazing, but apparently that didn't make its money. But yeah, those are all major movies that like didn't make their money. Some of them I thought were really good. Like, well, of course, Green Lantern didn't make its money back. It was shit. It had a budget of $200 million and definitely did not make.
Get
it
out of
back.
here.
Yeah.
That's a lot of money on a movie.
Oh god, yeah. It's production. It's all CGI. So as soon as that makes this price skyrocket. That's one of the reasons that all these movies have.
Also,
by the way,
what year was it? Because it could have been like
2015, I think.
Oh well, you got to think 6 years. In the last 6 years, computers have come so far that now CGI is a lot cheaper. So
Yeah,
like
right.
that
That's
same
the other
movie
thing,
today
tune.
is probably like 60 million, not
But like
even
one of
50
the
million.
right, and like one of the reasons, of course, like 2020 was like everyone was stuck in their homes with COVID, so like production with CGI and video games got delayed. So a bunch of video games got delayed because yes, you can work remotely, but you're not getting near as much power and network as you are from
You're
home.
not connected to
compared
the servers. Also, you can't just program it on yours and then email it, because what if your email gets intercepted or something? You just gave away half of the brand new Call of Duty code.
Yeah,
They
exactly.
intercepted my email.
Well, it's not that hard.
they sniped it
it's
right
not
out
that
of
hard
the
to
fucking internet.
Log into someone else's email and corporate espionage
Make a Facebook account with
for a
it.
game that makes $1 billion a year. you know?
Right. I can't believe
Yeah,
that Call
Chad,
of
I
Duty-
hacked into your email. You don't think it's?
You fucking.
I created you a Facebook account.
I had the worst security questions in the world. What high school did you go to? Well, I know this one.
Well, he's in
Who's
my
your
high
favorite person in history? All right, well, this guy's a racist.
Who is it, Chad?
FDR.
Who's your favorite person in history?
Abe Lincoln.
Yeah.
That's my adult answer.
Very wise. Very wise man indeed.
Did you know he was married to a
Shut up.
100% Native American woman
Don't care.
from Kentucky?
Who? His wife.
Abe
Abraham Lincoln.
Was married to a Native American.
Mary?
Yeah, from Kentucky.
Married to
Really?
a Mongol?
I knew she was certifiably insane, but I didn't know she was Native
No.
American. Yeah, she was fucking cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
You are.
I absolutely am. That's why I have medicine in my drawer.
Well, you know they had it pretty tough.
Yeah.
Right?
I understand. Well, there's difference between like environmental and biological issue. I think she had legitimately like mental health issues.
Well,
What do you
they're-
mean? What was
they're-
so tough
they're-
about
their
being an
only-
Indian
Their
person
only
back then?
child died during the Civil War.
Yeah.
Chad, what was so tough about being an Indian person back then?
You weren't considered
A lot,
person.
and well, I mean, I'm not even talking about that. I'm just talking
they
about
called
what
them
they had to-
savages at that time, not Indian. Because it was right when they started pushing
How
them
tough
out of
their
their
life
lands
was when
to
they were
build
during
the
the
railroads.
presidency. It's pretty tough.
Yeah.
Maybe.
They weren't
Oh, yeah.
considered people, dude.
Allegedly.
Fuck yourself.
Yes.
Again, their only child died during the Civil War.
So she was committed, actually. So after her husband's assassination, she was committed into a mental institution.
Oh, you mean she went insane after she saw her husband get shot in the
her
back of the back of the head?
literally
Point
everybody
blank.
in her entire life died, and then
Yeah.
she had pretty rough.
Well,
back
no,
then.
she had pretty insane behavior. So she was like a bit of like major hypochondriac, and she was like had some other issues.
That's also what guys used to say about their wives, or fathers used to say about their daughters, get them locked away when they couldn't marry them off, or they were just kind of they were just sick of them. They were like,
them
they
in
have
insane asylum.
hysteria.
It could have easily became, like I said, everyone in her life died, so it could have became like they don't know what else to do with her, and she's just fucking obviously super depressed.
Yeah. Well, there was a doctor
Like,
back.
smile, honey, and she's like, everyone's dead. They're like, she has hysteria.
Yeah.
Put
But no-
ghosts. She has ghosts in her blood.
Yeah.
There's some cocaine about it.
Put her in
Have some
a put her
cocaine
in a
about
home.
Well, there was a doctor in
I
the
know,
30s.
right?
There was a doctor in the 30s who claimed to cure like a whole bunch of women's like mental health issues by giving them orgasms.
Yeah, by raping them. Yeah.
No, he would do the water wand. Like, you know how you have like a hose on your shower you can take off, and it's got like all the nozzles and
So
Yeah, do you sit on
molesting-
it?
Sorry, molesting them. not
yeah,
raping
exactly.
them.
Well, you know. So apparently he thought that orgasms could cure
Dave's
people's
struggling
insanity.
to find an excuse for someone's behavior.
That's called victim shaming, Dave.
Yeah.
Victim shaming.
Listen, my girlfriend spends a lot of time in the shower.
The Bills just won a
Jesus.
fucking playoff game for the first time in like
Bills?
a
Really?
fucking million years.
Dude, their
Yeah,
quarterback's a fucking monster, dude. He's great.
Yeah, and they just beat Rivers like and the fucking Colts.
Not
That was
Rivers.
gonna happen. I mean, he should get MVP. Aaron Rodgers has done well, but I think this
I
Bills
disagree.
quarterback is fucking monstrous.
No,
he did way
he
more
doesn't
yardage,
deserve it.
way
He's
more
too
better
early.
completion percentage.
Maybe next year if he's this good still.
Is he a rookie? Is their Bills quarterback a
Chad
rookie?
like me
Yeah.
just saying
Oh, yeah.
things
Really?
sports related.
Holy fuck!
Yeah, no, this is
Daniel
definitely his rookie
Jones
year.
is his name.
He broke
2
a bunch.
years in a row, rookie year.
He had to have.
Oh, he was a rookie last year?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He
bad.
broke
I
a
didn't know
bunch
he
of
played
records.
last year.
I know
Sorry,
that.
Dad.
He broke.
I
some
don't know if
records.
that's true. I just said it.
That's insane.
I'll fucking punch you in the throat.
Say it with confidence and volume, and it's true.
Did you guys hear about the shrimps in the UK? How they have cocaine in them?
Shrimps, huh?
Shrimps, huh?
Cocaine, huh?
I don't want to talk about cocaine-fueled shrimp.
No. So.
A menace, scourge to our play.
Josh Allen is the quarterback.
Yeah, Josh Allen.
I don't want to see it. I don't want to see how fast
They're
all
killing
those
the
little legs
whales.
start moving.
Third year.
No, did you? So apparently, like these biologists were doing like testing in like 5 major rivers of the UK,
They got to stop doing that.
and they were taking shrimp out to see what they were like, how they were doing, and all the shrimps in these 5 rivers tested positive for cocaine and
DMT.
ketamine.
Why,
Did anyone
well,
ask
why
that-
is there all these drugs in the
Well,
river?
if they want
Yeah.
to see how the fish are doing, did they ask them? I'm sure the fish are fucking doing great. They're on fucking coke and ketamine, Special K all day long. Ask them. They're like, yeah, man, it's fucking awesome.
They probably
I'm
get
doing
so
great.
much shit done.
They're like, wow, this is a really active river. They're jumping all fucking over the place.
I'm gonna give me some krill.
Wait,
See a
so
fucking
where?
shrimp
Wait,
doing
it's not in a
push-ups.
river,
Oh,
is it? You said ocean, right?
I need some more.
Yeah.
I'm gonna jump in the bucket. I
No,
can't
they're
wait for the next.
saltwater rivers that go into the ocean because the UK is an island, so it's pretty much all briny and saltwater rivers. There's not much fresh water in the UK, but it's because there's no mountains, so there's no fresh water coming.
Right, I get it.
Yeah. But apparently what they think is happening is that either the drugs are getting flushed down the toilet and going into the sewers and then the rivers.
That's a lot of drugs getting
Or
flushed.
there's so much drug use going on in the UK right now that people are urinating when they piss. It goes in the remnants of that are going into the sewers and then the rivers.
It is a pandemic.
Yeah, it is the pandemic. So what's better to do than Special K and cocaine when you're locked in your house doing nothing? What's that like, AJ?
I don't really remember much from that 2 years.
I'll tell you tomorrow.
I can't do nothing.
Pandemic's only been 9 months.
What? I thought it's been 15 days. That's what it was supposed to be.
Yeah.
There was another guy in the UK who it was a cop in the UK who got sued for spying on a model with a helicopter when she was laying out on her
Impossible.
balcony nude, and the cop decided he was gonna spy on her and get in real close to watch her, but he's literally in a fucking helicopter, so she's like sunbathing, and this guy's going.
You should have at least got a drone.
It must have just been so expensive.
Well, they just do.
Yeah, drones are
fly
like
around.
20.
Just a
they're like
$50,000 wank.
You're telling me it's cheaper to fucking...
You think it
Take a
costs
helicopter
You
out?
think it costs $50,000 to take a helicopter out?
That's probably
Hey,
what it
I'm
costs.
sure you
fuel
can get a
helicopter?
drone with a camera for less than $50,000.
Yeah, but there's $20 fucking helicopter tours down by the port. that
Yeah,
go
but he's
all
probably
around
talking about
Charleston.
he's probably talking about his pension because he got fired. He lost everything. Yeah, and then she had to.
didn't
The
need
police
it.
department paid out like $200K.
Hell
which
yeah.
that blows.
What if it was a scam and they're secretly together?
I doubt that.
That's pretty smart, actually.
That would actually work.
Wait,
The more I like that. Yeah. Wait.
Someone
that was
send this
20
idea to Scotland Yard.
Yeah.
Sir, they were working together the whole time.
Yeah, we thought of that.
We figured it out. Arrest her.
Get her, boys.
Send the bobbies.
Son of a-
Send the bobbies. That's what it's like. What if all of a sudden, like, in the cops here decided that they were going to start using billy clubs a lot more, like the UK cops do instead of
They
guns?
should.
Really?
They
should
should
just
all
throw
right.
I
it.
see that downtown all the time. They are always clubbing people.
Well, they use the wands now,
yeah, the
not the mini
deployable
baseball
wand.
bats.
The
not the mini
collapsible
baseball bats.
wands?
Oh, you want them to hit people with baseball bats?
The mini
you want
baseball
the cops
bats.
to
Wait, Dave,
fuck
are you
around?
talking about the collapsible
No,
batons?
yeah,
Yeah,
no.
yeah,
He
yeah.
wants
Those
he
are
wants-
ridiculously so bad to get hit by.
Well, it's more
You
of
know
a
they
sting.
bend it. They
It's more of a
bend.
sting.
They're probably so
They're
strong.
not as hard.
You realize in New York, those are a felony.
Yeah,
Everything's a felony in New York.
For not
Anything is a felony in New York.
Body armor is a felony in New York now.
I know, right?
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
Ridiculous.
I just
Fucking-
bought another fucking vest carrier with some
Dude,
plates.
if I get this 1400, the first
I
thing
need
I'm
to buy
buying is a
my plates.
1911. I'm buying a 1911 the fucking day I get that 1400.
Anyone fucks with you, you just have like.
I'm
it
buying
sounds
an
like,
Xbox.
It sounds like Law and Order when you cock it. Shing shing.
Exactly. That gun is insanely historically cool. Like, it's such a cool fucking gun.
I like it.
But games aren't being
People really
released
like
right
the
away for
2011s,
PC.
but I like
What-
the
name
1911
one.
way better. Dude.
Which
the
is?
2011?
2011s?
Yeah, look up the
I can't.
2011s.
Gotcha.
Is
You're
it a
wrong.
Colt
Colt
2011?
2011s.
Am I?
Or there's Smith & Wesson 2011s too.
I don't know.
Colt 2011s. I mean, they look similar, but it looks more
That's why
like
I
a
asked you
Desert
to name
Eagle.
one.
It's just like a Gen
I'm
2.
trying to be a dick. I
Yeah,
was
it looks
like,
more like a
are
Desert Eagle
they?
than a fucking Colt.
Yeah.
But Colts are insanely
I
expensive.
don't know.
Colt handguns are insanely
Colt
expensive.
45
Colt?
Yeah.
and
that's
2
what-
zigzags.
Baby, that's all we need.
We can go to the park.
What,
dark.
what brand,
Smoke.
what brand 1911 did you want?
2011s are just, they're double stacked. So you can
Yeah,
fucking
I
carry
don't need-
13 and 1.
I don't
rather
need
than-
that. If you
That's what my 45 is, 13 and 1.
I mean,
Yeah, my
that's fine.
45's a 13 and 2.
What? You have a
So
double
you
barrel
have a double barrel handgun?
As cool
Yeah,
as
he
that
does.
would be, I'll take 5. It's completely.
You
There
can-
is double barrel
you-
45s. They have
you
a
can
double
get a-
barrel
you can get a
Colt
double barrel.
railgun.
You can get a double barrel 1911.
Yeah,
You know,
but I don't
guys
want
have
that.
never
It's
heard
so
about the
much
13 and 3.
13 and
Side by
3.
sides.
Just stop.
The triangle.
That's actually there is a Caltech that holds 13 rounds and it's a tri-barrel
Yeah.
fucking 12 gauge. So
That
you are right.
doesn't
There
How
is
do you
exist.
reload? It's a triangle, right?
yeah, it's a triangle, but it's 3, and
It's
then
the
there's a
back.
middle tube that the 3 are attached to.
okay.
Is the barrel for it?
That is so.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's one barrel and 3 loading.
Yeah,
That's the
3
same
loading
spinning.
things.
There are so many. Like, it's a cool gun, but it's completely
Bum,
useless.
bum,
No.
Because the
It's
recoil is
practic-
ridiculous.
Why
you
would
can
it
only
recoil
fire
be
one at a
ridiculous?
time. So you
Oh,
can
you
only
can fire
fire
one at a
one
time.
barrel.
Okay.
Nobody said it was
That's
an
fine.
automatic shotgun.
No, I do fire 3 simultaneously.
Oh, no.
Like it's
No, no.
There is a triple barrel that does that, and it's a Henry, and it's a
Okay.
it's a breakneck.
Okay, so it's a break action.
It's a break action Henry triple shot 12 gauge.
I've got my 12 gauge at home that could shoot 2 barrels at once.
Yeah, he's got
Yeah.
a fucking old ass one.
right.
Yeah.
I mean, my old over
got 2 triggers.
My older
Yeah.
over under had that where you could pull both triggers.
Pull
I
both
used it for
triggers. My
skate
dad had
shooting.
one, and it was a skewed trigger, so there are 2 triggers. When you
Right.
pull one back, it hit the second one, and then
Yeah.
you pull it all the way back. Yeah.
That's the thing with a lot of people. I've had friends say, "Oh, I want to get a judge." I'm like, "Why the fuck would you get a judge?"
I like it because you can shoot 40s and a fucking 410 out
A
of it.
410 is useless.
No, it's not.
It
410
is.
is not
Absolutely
useless.
not.
It,
What
all
are you
right, then
talking
is a
about?
22 useless? Is a 9 mil useless? Because a
No.
410's bigger than a 9
410
mil.
A 410 after about 20 feet is garbage. If
Well, are you
look at-
putting it with slugs in there?
Slugs or buck?
Buck?
Oh, well, I'm not
No.
talking buck. I would never shoot a person with a buckshot.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah, that's stupid. That's not a bullet.
Yeah, but it's meant to shoot
like a
410
slug.
as well.
if you're putting fucking full slugs,
You
full
can put a
steel
slug in
slugs.
it.
I
Why
would-
not?
I would
And if
shoot
you put a
with
slug in it, if
with
you
a
put a
buckshot.
slug in it, that's going. Yeah, it might only be going
And
1,200 feet per
Dave,
second,
what-
but
yeah.
it's
What I have
still a fucking-
for my
a roll of
410
quarters.
is it's actually got 3 mini slugs and BBs packed in between each one.
yeah,
And if you're telling me that's not going to stop somebody,
yeah,
Yeah. Did you hear about Dave Chappelle? How he keeps his shotgun at home?
yeah.
Really?
He's got bird shot in the first 2, and then buckshot in the next one. Because if some crackhead from Ohio sneaks into his house, he'd be like,
and his
Oh, yeah,
stand-up,
I've heard that.
Bird shot,
Yeah.
bird
With the bird
shot,
shot.
buckshot, bird shot,
Yeah.
bird shot, buckshot,
so
bird
he,
shot.
so he shoots him the first time with the bird shot, and if that doesn't take him down, he just looks up. He's like, "This motherfucker's on PCP." Buckshot, boom,
Well,
which is great.
it'll work.
Buckshot will definitely work. Absolutely. Holy shit. So let's wrap this up with New Year's resolutions.
no.
Do you guys ever do New Year's resolutions ever?
Not
No.
really, but I have a few things.
What do
I
you
can
what
say
do you want to work
something.
on? What do you want to do?
Well, I want to quit the jewel pods.
Okay.
That'd be
me
a
that
nice
one.
one. No, I'm gonna keep it.
Yeah.
I'll trade,
What
you,
else?
I'll
more
trade you
pops.
right now.
Okay, so that's an improvement. Like you're trying to basically
I-
improve your life
right.
at that point. What do you
I
else do?
want to
AJ.
find a career that I love and that sticks.
That's a good job. That's a good push.
And
Hit the gym. Hit the gym. Go to
hit the gym. Go to the gym. But not with Dave.
Ah,
Just smack the gym
Dave
around.
never invites me to the gym.
because you won't go.
Yeah, but
I asked
AJ,
you.
you're already the
I don't have
strongest
time
person.
to go, and I get a free gym membership.
AJ, are you?
Work.
AJ, I thought you were already the strongest in the group.
Oh, I can out curl Dave in a heartbeat. I can out bench Dave easy.
Maybe bench.
I
Probably
can
bench.
definitely out
Me and
deadlift
Chad are
all
the
three
two
of you
strongest in the
combined.
group, hands down.
I don't know. Deadlift and squat is probably close.
I
That's
deadlift
for sure
just
true.
over
The
400.
most powerful muscle.
I move stuff around all the time too.
Just over
penis.
400, I said. I didn't say I move stuff around.
We'll see. Well, we can figure that
What
out.
are your What are
you
your
looking-
resolutions, AJ? Do more cocaine, sleep less,
I
make
want
more
to,
money.
before the end of February, I want to get my my truck just
Fixed.
fully on the road and everything.
How close
That's a
are
good
you?
resolution.
I just got to program a fucking computer.
We could just push it on to the road. You know.
No, I mean, I drove it today. I drove it all the way around the fucking Windjammer and parked it again.
Nice.
I do it every Friday, Saturday.
Wow.
And actually, I wanted to learn a new trade, and a friend of mine owns a dive school, and I was like, huh,
Really?
I want to be a diver.
That's
Yeah.
a lot of cool stuff.
He does a lot of
you can do in
diving
here.
salvage, so
Yeah.
that's pretty
Are
cool.
you gonna
He,
find
And-
treasure?
No, he goes and he
He places the treasure.
He
and
he
then-
dives and puts the bags underneath the boats and
Yeah.
raise them to the surface during big storms.
Have
and
you
shit.
ever done any welding experience?
No.
Hold on.
Okay, if you were an
I have
underwater,
a shaky hand. I don't weld. I can't even grind.
I would
at
say
work.
if you
I
were an
can't
underwater
cut
welder,
stone.
you'd make like $100,000 here in Charleston, especially.
You know, Blackbeard buried his treasure somewhere in South
Yep.
Carolina.
Yes.
That it's the legend.
No, it's not the legend.
It's not
and
a legend. He
And, and
absolutely
it wasn't
did.
South Carolina. It was Charleston.
Yeah.
because he was hung here.
He was hung here, and this is where he hung out. He would
No,
raid
but he
ships
buried it
just off-
before that.
Yeah.
When he came back, when
there's-
he came back, he
there's
got
It's
it.
like
the legend of
professional-
One Piece.
Yeah,
and
there-
I left everything I own in one piece.
Yeah,
And I'm gonna need your diving skills to go find it.
Yeah, find the
he set
treasure
us-
for me.
He set Charleston a siege. Like we couldn't get in or out. You
Yeah.
could not get in or
Oh
out
yeah,
of Charleston.
he did see.
He sunk
Charleston.
like
Yeah.
That shit's
eight different Union ships as
Yep.
well.
He
Or
was
like Army or Navy ships.
He put wicks in his beard, and he would light them, and it would look like he was like have smoke coming
Yeah.
off his beard like a monster, like a
Did
demon.
you guys ever
He
hear
was
about
big.
the gentleman pirate that Blackbeard abused to get his power?
You know,
I
Blackbeard
can
was
see
he was like a school teacher.
Nope.
Wasn't he a school
I want to
teacher?
go back to resolutions.
Something like that. But he was smart. And he was big. He was a big dude.
Oh, he was definitely
Chad,
smart.
What do you want to do for like? It doesn't have to be a resolution. It has to be like things that you would like to accomplish.
What's
this
your
year.
goal for
What
this
would you
year?
like to accomplish this year?
I wanna.
I'm
get
gonna
more-
change mine. I'm just gonna buy a new car.
I'm,
Burn my truck.
I'm gonna get more guns.
I like that. We're talking about casting ammo, by the way.
I'm probably not gonna cast
It's
ammo.
a waste unless you're over anything over a 20 cal. So you have to be up into the 30, 30.
Dave,
I'd say,
do you want to know what I
300
do
blackout.
have though?
What?
I have a lead ingot that is specifically designed for bullet casting.
We could put a little bit of tin in there, and it would be fucking perfect.
Chad's like, I
To make it
suck on it
harder.
every night before I go to bed. It's my dinky.
No, yeah. What do you mean? He sticks it up his asshole and sleeps with it inside.
No,
of him.
I leave it
He's
with
like,
my
I
other
cuddle
valuable
with it.
metals
Yeah. So
Yeah, I cuddle with it
Under
in
my
between- in
pillow.
angus. Yeah.
with my uranium.
He sticks it. He sticks it right in between, right on his taint, and
I
just
would say
Right on my
we can
taint.
cast 45s and 5.56s.
all right.
But then anything
5.56 would be a waste.
45s then.
Yeah, the 5.56 too small.
I'm not casting bullets with you, Dave.
All right, then what else would you want to accomplish this year? If anything else.
I don't
Move
know.
the day shift.
I want to live to see next year.
That'd be okay. That's a reasonable expense.
I like to set the bar pretty low, so
Okay.
like I don't face disappointment in the end, and I'm always excited that I completed all my goals.
All right, I've got very few. I've got I want to be able to incline bench 225.
Same.
I'm getting there. I want to have my business. I want to have Reforged open by the end of this year, which we have a piece of property right now that we're looking at right now that should work really well as long as the network's good. And then I want to take up a new trade, but I think it's not necessarily a new trade, a new hobby, and I think it's something we could all do. And so hear me out.
I want to add to mine. I want to build more Gundams this year.
There you go. So here's something we could all try.
Gundam style.
Pigeon racing.
No.
What? No. Pigeon racing.
I thought about it for a second. No,
Yes.
I'm out. Too
No,
much
listen,
work.
this is what we're gonna do.
Not enough Adderall in the world for me. To be
Stop.
able to
I don't want
fucking
you to look
teach
it
a
up.
pigeon.
No. Listen,
race.
it's a sport in Afghanistan.
I don't care. We're not in Afghanistan, Dave.
Yo,
Kite
listen,
runner
they
shit.
Spend,
I know. They
spend
also
over,
fucking kite run there.
dude. By the way, the shittiest fucking book I ever had to fucking read. The shittiest book I ever had to read was The Kite Runner.
It wasn't that bad.
It was fucking stupid.
Remember
it was a
when that
great
little
story.
boy gets raped in the
It
beginning?
was it was a
It
great
wasn't
story
even in the
except-
beginning. They referenced it every fucking 4 pages.
That's exactly why it sucks. The rest of the story's great, except the fact that he can't fucking get over this whole. I watched my best friend get raped and now it's a pussy.
Got raped.
No. He watched his friend get raped and he felt guilty his whole life.
Oh no! Like, sorry, that must have been traumatic for him.
If that entire scene was gotten rid of, if it was completely ignored, it would have been a great story because it's all about, hey, my dad and I have to escape this country, move to America, and like make our way, in the world.
Making my way downtown, walking back, looking at Chad, and he's on his way. Da-na-na-na-na-na-na.
And I need you.
Yeah, JJ, you were supposed to. That was the one time. Holy shit.
And I miss you.
All right, stop.
No, but listen,
I don't even want to hear that.
these guys spend like $800 on a fucking pigeon.
I
to
would
train
never
it.
do that.
Why would we fucking do that?
I can
Because
get
it'd be
you.
fun.
I can get you a pigeon for 5-cent worm. Paying way too
wouldn't-
much for your worms.
I've seen my younger brother
get your
and
worms
AJ's
for
younger
free.
brother catch pigeons.
Yeah?
They can get them for free. Anyways, that pigeons exist.
Just go to the parking lot downtown, you'll get like 6 of them.
What you do is you cover yourself up.
Stop.
Like,
And you get a plastic bag.
Stop.
What they were
A
doing
plastic
is they were,
grocery bag.
Stop.
You put it on your chest. You grab both handles. You open it up on your chest. The other person puts a bait on it, and then they lay there and wait till the pigeon lands firmly
it
on
helps
your
if
chest.
you cover
and then
yourself
you-
with
Sand?
with leaves.
No, well, yeah, that's what I said.
Yeah,
cover
they cover
yourself.
themselves with leaves.
did,
and
cover
then-
yourself.
did they
right
do that
away.
with seagulls or pigeons?
Pigeons.
I mean,
I've
it
seen it
works.
with
Theoretically, it works with every animal or any bird.
They actually got a squirrel at one point. They got a squirrel into a bucket.
I mean, we've caught rabbits this way.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's ridiculous. Alright, there we go. Volume is
Feel
down. Oh my god. Chad.
I feel like we need a
JJ.
new sound for season.
AJ, welcome to 2021, guys.
Hi,
It was
welcome
awesome
to the
have you
podcast, guys. This is episode. Oh wait, is this
Yeah.
the beginning or the
This
end?
is the end, don't worry. It's
Why do
all
we
good.
report the end in the beginning?
Last one.
It's been a great year so far. Only sedition and treasonous acts committed
It's
on our
only
country.
treason if you fail.
Well, they failed.
Hey,
It failed, absolutely. But thank you guys for tuning in. If you made it this far, give us a like.
It
give
was
us a
an inside
subscribe.
job.
It's awesome that we're finally on YouTube. We're able to put this on video. Check out our old stuff and check us out on social media as well, Facebook, all that fun stuff. We look forward to putting out more content. We're not sure if it's going to be weekly or bi-weekly, but we're really excited to bring it. And if you like what we're doing, check out the merch store. We've got all this really
We
cool
have a
stuff
merch
out.
store?
We do. We got my baseball
I want a
tee.
shirt.
We got JJ's
Oh,
tee.
yeah.
You have a tee. I got it for Christmas. And then we
Yeah,
also
what's
want
up with
to
that?
we also want to thank Buzzsprout for being able to give us all this awesome stuff to be able to push out this
Thank
content.
you, Buzzsprout.
If you want if you want a podcast, put it out on Buzzsprout. Thanks, guys. Thanks for coming
That's
out.
what we're saying. You want to put it out on Buzzsprout.
AJ, you have to shut up now.
Yeah.
Bye.
You're all gonna be mad at me.
God damn it, Chad.